Hey everybody, my name is Pete. And today I'm showing you how to create an awesome fantasy football spreadsheet in Excel. And even if you're not into fantasy football, you're still gonna learn a lot of cool things like how to import data from the internet to your spreadsheet, how to use Excel formulas to create a scoring rubric, and tips and tricks for keeping track of picks on draft day. So let's get started right now. So here we have two tables of players' statistics, one from 2020 showing how players performed in the 2020 season, and another projecting their performance in 2021. And you could copy and paste this data into the Excel spreadsheet, but that would require a lot of cleaning and formulas, and rather we're just going to use the import function in Excel. Here I am in Excel, and I'm going to click on Data, Get Data from other sources and from the web. And in the URL field, I'm going to paste that URL that we were just looking at. And you'll see here that Excel is reading that web page and has identified a couple different tables in that web page that you could import. So when we click on here, you'll see this looks like exactly what we're trying to download. And because that's what we want, we're just going to go down here and click load. And that looks exactly like what we're trying to do. And now we're just going to do it again for the 2020 data so that we have two different sources that we can compare. Now we have the data from 2021 and 2022. Before we start doing formulas, if you look here, there's a couple superfluous pieces of data. For example, the player's age, the number of passing attempts. So I'm going to go into the query editor and remove those columns so we have a cleaner data set. So I'm going to click on edit, and I'm going to highlight the columns that I want to remove and go up here and press remove columns. And then when I'm all done, I'm going to press close and load. And as you can see here, those extra columns are removed, and we have a much cleaner data set that includes only the pieces of information that I'm looking to use in my analysis. Before we go any further, I want to draw your attention to the practice workbook linked to in the description. It's a great resource if you want to go check it out and follow along, and let's get back to the video. The first step in comparing our data is a little bit of data cleanup, and if you notice, there's players listed with an asterisk and a plus sign. And if you look at the 2021 data, the asterisk and plus sign is missing, and so I know if I were to do a VLOOKUP or a SUMIFS to compare this data, it's going to be problematic. So we're going to do one quick step to remove that asterisk and plus sign so that we can quickly and easily compare the data between the two sources. So to do that, I'm going to press edit, and now I'm going to highlight the player column, and I'm going to go up here and click split column by delimiter. And the delimiter that I want to select is a custom one, which is that asterisk which you see at the end of every player's name. And I'm going to click OK. Now what you see here is that delimiter is gone. You now have the clean player names. So now that we've got the data in the right format, let's run a couple formulas so that we can compare these two and find out the players we want to target and the players that we want to avoid. Now I'm going to compare the pass yards and the pass touchdowns of the 21 projections to the 2020 reality. And I'm going to use a VLOOKUP to do that. And if you haven't seen my video on fast formulas, I'll link to it in this video. That lets you do these VLOOKUPs really quickly. And I want the sixth column. I'm going to repeat this formula for pass touchdowns. That's in the seventh column. And I'm going to drag this formula down to the top 20 picks. Now that we've got our data in the right spot, let's compare the two. Let's take the 2021 pass projections and compare them to the 2020 reality. I'll show you two things that hop out to me. If you look, Jalen Hurts is projected to throw an extra 11 touchdowns this year, and I know he didn't play every game last year, but that's quite an increase and could indicate that he might be a little bit overrated. Similarly, Josh Allen is projected to throw 3 less touchdowns this year on a team that's only getting better, and there's a chance that he's a little bit underrated. Okay, so now we've done our picks, we've got our analysis. Let's run through a couple quick techniques for keeping track of picks on game day. The first one, if a player has been selected, Control 5 applies a strike through format so that you know they're off the board. Similarly, Control 9 hides rows, so you can just hide the entire row so you don't have to see the players that have already been taken. And lastly, you can apply a filter. When a player has been taken, you can give them a color. Excel's filters lets you filter by colors, so you can exclude or include players based on the colors that you designate. Thanks so much for tuning in. Press subscribe and that notification bell so you can stay up to date on all of my videos. If you learned something, press that like button. Let me know in the comment section how'd your draft go, and I'll see you next time.